Radio Riyadh 96.8. Radio Riyadh presents
creativity,
ideas,
innovation,
change,
leadership,
development,
youth in entrepreneurship. Only on
Radio Riyadh 96.8 MHz.
Welcome back. You're listening to 96.8 Nepali Ko Awaz Radio Riyadh. My name is Avilasha Raimaji, and today on our show we are talking about self-defense, and we're talking about Paritran Risk Management System Prisms. And our guest, as our guest, we have Vikrant Raj Pandey, and we were talking about the services that Prism provides other than the self-defense and the fight back trainings. So we would like to continue with the services.
Thank you, Avilasha. Yeah, one of the, like I said earlier, we've got consultancy and training packages, and one of the things that we're providing is emergency crisis preparedness program for schools. And in this, what we do is we, identify various crisis situations that create crises, earthquake being one of them, and how to develop a calibrated risk response system to those crises. We're doing that program in a school in after the earthquake in Kathmandu, and we also provide critical infrastructure protection strategies for company. And besides that, we have other training programs like earthquake fire drills and complex crisis drills. These are the things that we provide.
So when even in the business plans, there are things that in business schools, they teach how to do a marketing plan and a financial plan, but then nobody is really prepared about what to do after the disaster, the harvesting plan. So have you also planned something for the business organization on how to continue after the disaster, post-disaster?
Yeah, of course. Actually, we have experts, who have worked in who've got a wealth of experience in multinationals who've been devising their business continuity plan. That's what you're talking about. And in that, what we do is we have packages which specifically target organization institutions on how to have a recovery time objective, and how to be as soon as possible in business as usual mode. We do that.
Okay. And now I would like to talk about the international medias covering your story. 40 plus international medias have interviewed you, including the Huffington Post, and it has covered the fight back, especially for the visually impaired women. That was more publicized, and people see this as a success. But what kind of challenges that you have faced to come to this position today?
Yeah, well, as I said earlier in the interview, when we launched Fight Back about in 2010 with the technical name, when we went to women organization and when we showed that, okay, this is what we think about, this is an intervention that's very important in the during incident aspect of women's security, nobody was interested, So that was the first challenge for us to, show that this is something that's needed. And besides that, when we went and we gave a pitch to people, they used to equate women's self-defense and martial arts. And that was a big challenge for us to make them understand that these are different. Because martial arts, competitive sports systems are like boxing or MMA are sports, and martial arts are way of life, okay? And in most of these cases, the opponent is masked, and you've got a sanitized environment where everything is masked and you've got rules. But women's self-defense or risk management training like Fight Back is for your survival, where there are no rules, okay? So that was the main challenge, to get that message out that this is different. And one of the challenges that we have faced is, what we feel is women's self-defense program a training program like Fight Back should be a part of the curriculum, because we empower our girls and women in many ways. Like education is a form of empowerment, financial independence is a form of is a form of empowerment, but the physical security, which is such an important aspect, and there aren't many ways we empower them, because everybody cannot do martial arts, and it's not feasible. So a program like Fight Back addresses that gap and equips women to be empowered and take charge of her physical security.
So do you have any plans to lobby with the government and the educational institution and bodies and authorities to keep this as a curriculum in schools and colleges?
Yeah, we were heading towards that trajectory before the earthquake. We were talking with various partners, and they had shown a lot of interest on this aspect, but because of the earthquake, the priorities are changed. But I think this is something that is so important that this will revive, and we'll be taking this forward. And during one of our training programs, which we did for the journalist, the information minister had come and he had seen the training program and he really liked it. So we have had people from the government, policymakers taking notice of the program.
Okay. So where do you see yourself in the coming 5 years? Where do you see Paritran, and what is your long-term vision?
So our long-term vision is to create a risk-resilient society. We've got so many risks, and in many ways our Nepalese mindset is more, it's not tuned to the risk aspect of it. So our main strategy is to create a risk resilient society where and preparedness is the key, whether it be Fight Back, whether it be earthquake or any other emergency or crisis situation. Okay, if you have the preparedness, you can give a right response. Okay, if you don't have preparedness, then panic takes over. So our main goal, our main vision is to create a risk-resilient society.
That is a very noble thought, because this idea is just bigger than business or just generating revenue for the economy, but it's for the betterment of the humanity. And what motivates you to think greater than just money or in terms of monetary aspect, and what makes you so concerned about the security and safety of women?
So there are many reasons. There are personal side to it, and because I have a daughter, okay, who's growing up. I would like her to be in a society where she's safe, and I would like her to have those skills where she can protect herself. So that's a personal angle to it. And besides that, I think it's our, it's almost our moral obligation to give back something to the society. So Fight Back is, in a way, a sort of, thing that we're giving back to the society. So that's the thing that drives me.
So what is the proudest moment after the workshops that you've done and the trainings that you've given? What are you really proud of after doing all these works?
Yeah, the proudest moment is when the trainees are so happy, when they feel a sense of empowerment, and when they say thank you for the training program. And besides that, there have been trainees who've been very much supportive, and they've been supporting us and getting us connected. And those are the proud moments when we feel ki these people we have touched their lives in a positive way. So those are the proud moments.
We'll be talking more about the trainings and obviously more about youth in entrepreneurship. But before that, we are going for yet another short commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.